Welcome. This is Chapter 5, Section 5 notes. This is Part 4 of those notes. This is where we start to see how the connection goes between these strange synthetic divisions, or maybe polynomial division, and other math we've done before. We begin with the factor theorem. It says a polynomial f of x has a factor x minus k if and only if f of k equals 0. So it factors exactly when the number involved, the k, makes the function 0. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to try to know something in example 3. We are told that x minus 3 is a factor. The gods have smiled upon us. They have told us this information. We will also verify it as we work through the problem. Because x minus 3 is a factor of f of x, we know that f of 3 equals 0. We are going to now use synthetic division to find the other factors. So, because we are using synthetic division to divide by x minus 3, that means that the number 3 goes in the corner spot. Remember, for synthetic division, it's kind of backwards from how you would imagine. We've seen that a few times this year. Now, the 2 goes down for free. Goes down for free. To move up into the next box, it needs to multiply by 3, so it makes 6. And if you add them together, you get -5. To go into the next box, multiplies by 3 to make -15. If you add them together, that makes -12. In the next box, it multiplies by 3 to make, -36. Add them together and you get 0. This 0 is a good sign. You need it to be 0 because that means that the factor part actually works. So, if you're trying to factor the polynomial on the bottom, we know that x minus 3 is a factor. And from the quotient part of the answer, remember I was calling this the quotient part of the answer before, we know what the other part of the factor is. The other part of the factor is 2x squared minus 5x minus 12. So, all we have left to do is factor this quadratic. Then, since we have the quadratic, we are left to factor, of course, x minus 3 is a factor. We have that. And then our other factors are 2x plus 3 and x minus 4. You can get those other factors by using the normal ways of factoring or by using the quadratic formula and finding the answers. But normal ways of factoring that you learned in Algebra 1 will probably suffice for you. Thank you. We will start again in another section on the next examples.